Hello, we're about halfway through the semester right now, and my students are experiencing success. They've had their first round of exams, and I'm wanting to visit the components of success. Today I'm going to talk about a student. We're going to call her Heather. That's not her real name. And she has experienced some success this past week, and I'm very excited. I want to share what were the ingredients of that success for Heather. Heather is an individual who carries a formal diagnosis of a learning disability. So she is familiar with how hard it is for her to do well in school. She's used to working very hard in school to earn the grades that she wants. So Heather already has something going in her favor, and that is a real strong work ethic. And number two, it's realistic. She has a realistic expectation. It's not this pie in the sky, oh, I'm just gonna make 100 in every one of my classes. No, she has a realistic expectation and understanding of the difficulty of the task and how much work it's going to take to earn a grade. So number one, she's a hard worker, and number two, she has realistic expectations. Now, I've been working with Heather since the beginning of the semester, so we already have an organizational framework in place. That organizational framework includes a monthly calendar that has all her deadlines, all her due dates for all her grades, small or big grades for the whole semester. It also has a 24-hour planner where she can see her time for the week. The third component of that framework is a grade sheet where she can see for every course that she's taking, what are the assignments, what are the value of each assignment, and what grade she's earned so far. And the fourth component of that organizational framework is what my favorite part is, that is your next actions for this week. So the question for that piece of paper is, what do I got to get done this week for each class? So we have that framework in place and established, and we've been working it since the beginning of the semester. Now, leading up to her first A&P exam, she was able to identify what would be on the test and see the quantity of information, see the size of the task. And what she understood, she took some preliminary quizzes that the professor, had scheduled, and what she realized was that she was going to have to put in daily work. She was going to have to schedule 2 hours of study time every day if she was going to learn anatomy. So that's what her plan was. What actually happened was that she studies 3 times a day, three times a week, 2 hours each time, and then 1 more study session over the weekend. So she puts in 4 2-hour study sessions every week just for anatomy and physiology. Now, anatomy and physiology is a lot of information, a lot of memorization. That's the nature of that class. And this student is someone who is very involved. She's involved in organizations in the university that require a lot of time and travel. So she has a lot of stuff going on in her life. And she knows that, remember, she has realistic expectations. She has a work ethic. She already has a organizational framework in place that she's been implementing with me, with academic coaching, all along, and now she is implementing that 2-hour study sessions 4 times a week just for A&P. So her first grade in her exam number 1 was an 82, and she is happy and proud of that grade. That is a huge accomplishment for this student. So in recap, what were the ingredients of success for Heather? 1 was a strong organizational framework, 2, hard work, 3, realistic expectations, and 4, regular studying. Not waiting for the night before, but regular studying throughout the semester leading up to that first exam. This is Ruth Bomar, your online academic coach.